create this platform or this space was to talk about vulnerabilities and to come at you with with my vulnerabilities and the ways that I've healed and the ways that I've found my voice. And so I'm like shaking. With that said, I think these past few months for me have been overwhelming, to say the least. And that's not in a selfish way at all, because I know the majority of what's going on isn't about me, but it also is about me. It's about all of us and where we are collectively, what we've been through collectively, especially as Americans, or whatever Americans means, especially as a diaspora of so many different nations, trying to cope. And trying to cope in this moment, which is so scary, which is so painful, which is so expository. There's a lot of exposing going on. There's a lot of hatred. There's a lot of opinions about people and who they are and what they should be doing to become a better version of themselves or be a better version of who they are. And I just want you to know that if you're imperfect, you're normal. And if you're sad, you're normal. And if you are confused, you're normal. And if you don't even really know how to make sense of reality anymore, at this rate, I feel you. I really feel you. And I want you to feel you more than anything, because I feel like we're all so quick to judge and to contextualize someone or take someone out of context or force someone to become their past and their pain and their unconscious selves. Because let's just be really straight up, we live in a world of complete unconsciousness. Everything, all the systems that exist are unconscious. We do them. At the core of it all is greed. What we think is wealth, which is monetary. What we think is justice, which, by the way, only God can serve. And that's a lesson that I've been learning a lot, is that it's not my place to tell someone else how to ascend or how to dig into their pain and say something better or in the right tone or in the right phrasing when they don't know better. I'm not equipped to do that. Only God can do that. But I can love people through their pain. And I can love people through their imperfection. And I can be there for people that I consider my friends. And I can help them grow the same way that they help me grow. That's what real relationships are about. When you love someone, you don't hurt them purposefully. You don't drag them through the mud and shame them and publicly humiliate them to show them or teach them to be better. That never works. And I know that doesn't work, because pedophiles aside, I don't have no empathy for pedophiles. But everything else, man, we're living in a very sick world. And it's sick for a lot of different reasons. And we all play a part in it, whether we want to or not. Whether we want to or not. Okay? I'm sorry, I'm an empath, so I feel all the pain all the time. So I already said very clearly to my fan base when I posted about this that I was going to be in a I didn't even expect to be this emotional off that shit. I haven't even read what I'm going to read. But I just feel like there's this deep need for healing, and we're not gonna get it in cancel culture. We're not gonna get it in making people their past and their mistakes. And that's not to say we can't hold people accountable, because that's the most important part of this whole process, is seeing people and being like, dude, no, that's not right. This is not cool. And here's why it's not cool. But when I have those conversations with people, if I really love people, because I love people, especially people that I support, especially people that have supported me, especially people that have only ever shown me love, only ever taught me how to be more of myself, only taught me how to grow, I will never shame someone who I love publicly. I won't. That's not my character. If I have a problem with somebody, I'm going to call them and I'm going to talk to them about it. And then we are going to heal, because that's what I care about. I care about my interpersonal relationships outside of this fucking fake ass universe that y'all live in. This online world that we all are on all the time is bullshit. It's a facade. It's Facetune. It's lip injections. It's ass shots. And not to say that you can't do what makes you feel beautiful. I'm with that. I'm super with that. But I'm also with the fact that a lot of people watching don't know this shit is fake. You don't know this shit is fake. And these people are not happy with who they are. And when they look in the mirror, they do not love themselves. And that's the point of this entire thing right now, you know? This entire realm that we're in this moment that we're in history, truly. And history on a human 3D bullshit level, and history in like human history, like humanity. Like, we are living manifestations of the fear and scarcity consciousness. We're all running around thinking that we can heal each other when we haven't even looked at ourselves. We don't even seek to heal. We seek to harm. We seek to make someone feel the pain they've caused. We seek to make people feel worthless for being human, for not knowing better. And while some people need to be called the fuck out, and I agree with that, I will never, ever, unless you're Trump, shame you publicly. Like, just to harm you. To teach you something maybe, but not to harm you. And if you're a close friend of mine, I will have that conversation with you personally. And I highly recommend that if you care about the relationships in your life, that you're not trying to create threads on Twitter about someone's worthlessness. I hope that you're spending all that energy that you feel that you need to give someone else and that you need to correct someone else. I hope you're spending that same amount of energy on yourself. And growing. And healing. Because even someone like Trump is a symptom of a lack of love. That man never, ever, ever has known love in his life. Never in his life. Never felt it. Never held it. Never seen it reflected. Never had it. That's why he's allowed to act as unconsciously as he is. Not allowed, excuse me, but that's why he acts as unconsciously as he does. Because he doesn't feel it. Because we don't feel each other anymore. Because we all think that we know best. And we don't even know who the fuck we are. And with that said, today I wanted to read an excerpt from this thing. It's quite worn out, as you can see. This is called My Dark Diary. If you read my caption for this live, you know that what it is. But for those of you who didn't read the caption, because most of us don't read, this is just kind of like a moleskin that I had with me. It's like short and sweet. During some of the darkest parts of my life. where I felt nothing. And everything at the same time. So, maybe some art in the meantime. A little doodle. I read this morning, and I did something last night where I was feeling this heavy weight on my chest because of everyone's expectations of me on so many different levels, so many different realms. People thinking that I need to be something. And I sat with that feeling and was like, why do I feel so triggered by other people's opinions? Why do I care? Why am I always looking for validation in people that don't know me? What is the point? You know? And I sat there and I was like on the toilet. I had like this intense ass cry with myself. Like I just started bawling and I just started screaming all of the things that I was scared of. Everything. Even the things that I hadn't had the heart to like admit to myself that I was scared of. You know what I mean? Like I'm scared of rejection. Like I'm scared of pain. I'm scared of being misunderstood. I'm scared of fucking up. I'm scared of pursuing what I love most because I'm scared of what people might think. And I don't want to be that way. I want to be a nice, strong ass bitch. And let me tell you, I am. Because that's where I'm finding my power, is in harnessing this pain, harnessing my ability to feel all of this, even the shitty shit, and sitting in it, fucking feeling it, letting it out, acknowledging it, you know? Acknowledging it doesn't make me any less strong. Acknowledging it doesn't take away how much I've overcome. How different I am now, you know? How much I've grown since I was this little girl. This girl. The first thing in the book is, I don't know how I let you in. When? Don't know why I thought you'd stay. When I know you're all the same. The first page. Just imagine like the loneliness to write some shit like that. Like 16 years old in a fucking vortex. I was 17 or 18 by then, right? I don't even know. What was 2015, yo? How old was I? Somebody let me know. I'm sure you know. Okay. Oh, wow. Lots of feelings. So, another. You sit here and always try to figure it out. It's not meant to be figured out. It's meant to be felt. 10/23/15 Euro tour. I just watched the Amy Winehouse documentary on my way to Milan. I'm on my way to Milan to do this singing thing, this group thing. I'm scared. I'm extremely full-fledged, bone-shaking scared. It was scary because I don't think I've ever related to a human so much. There were so many parts of that documentary where I saw myself in her. Not only physically, which is eerie, but mentally, emotionally, I feel like we're the same person. And that scares the living shit out of me. If all this stuff I'm feeling now is already getting to me, making me sad, knowing I'm getting fucked over, knowing I'm in an industry where everyone around me only wants something from me, I wish I could go back in time and hug her. I wish I could tell her she wasn't crazy. I wish I could erase all the awful things people felt entitled to say about her. I cannot stop sobbing because what I heard and saw in that documentary was a beautiful, talented, real, genuine soul. And all anyone around her did was hurt, use, and abuse her. Her family, her friends, the person she allowed herself to love the most, who is the biggest piece of shit. I want to erase it. The fact that her pain and suffering was exploited, tainted, or the way they did not allow her to get better, because everything she was doing, awards, carpets, magazines, performances, making everyone else happy, was all they were allowed her to believe she was good for. Now, this deeply affected me. Everything she said, I've said. The way she began, I began. The thing she's passionate about, that's what I'm passionate about. We're kindred spirits divided by time, but she is the embodiment of everything I see myself being as an artist. And although I want to help save the world, how can I if I can't even save myself? They didn't let her feel. They allowed her to destroy herself. No one fucking cared. I don't want to allow myself to become what she became. But there is so much more to her than being fucked up. She was numbing her pain. She was dwelling in her silence. She was no longer free to live. And all she ever was inside was free as an artist. Being completely and unabashedly herself. She wrote her life and feelings and sang them straight from her soul. And not one of the millions who were open to hearing her pretty voice and consuming her art could actually listen to what she was trying to say. I hear a voice inside of her that's crying deeper than the words she cares to let you know. She finds escape from reality because no one knows what it's like to be her in this world alone. Viewed and pried and judged and skewed perceptions of a person who deep down inside is trying to make sense of all that's happened to them. No one can keep attention. Just because you give it and expect it to be yours doesn't mean you can choose to suffocate her. Imagine being drowned in flashes. Images you know reflect the broken you sprawled across the media, reminding you that your weakness is showing and that weak is not acceptable. That we want your art and the most intimate pieces of you, but not if it's pouring out of you in vial instead of melody. Your pain is not my remedy. Keep it to yourself. We've seen it plenty. Get your act together before you start feeling empty. They speak to you and about you like they already know. They speak to you and about you like they already know. The conversations in your mind while you're reaping everything that they sow, allowing you to rip me up and make me vulnerable to words and slurs and lights too bright that make me want to go. I feel like I found you in me, like you were born again, like your legend had just begun. Like there's more to you than the brand and the motive to your success. You wanted to share pretty notes in your head, strung together emotions and worlds that you said that came from in you, always staying true to the music in your head. There's a world inside me you do not know. There are stories and pictures from long ago. Thoughts in my mind that I wanted to say, thoughts I wish I could make go away. They all want something from me. Don't say that you love me when you come before me and always above me. This love isn't real. It's your imagination. an illusion of sorts that's causing me frustration. We haven't even had a conversation. I owe you nothing. The thoughts that are inside of me were meant to stay inside of me. I don't want to share them because you don't appreciate. You expect me to give the more that you take. I can't be the only one fighting for me. Pretty girl, pretty thoughts, but have you heard? She's on drugs. She stumbles by, always needing to escape how weak she is. Can't get a grip, she's throwing it all away. I'm drowning, she says, choking back her tears. The very thing that's kept her drowning, gasping all these years, was the only thing that ever made her really feel alive. The darker one across the room, he makes me want to die. I love him, she repeats again to reassure herself. Tilts back the cup, she's had enough, but won't reach out for help. And for those of you who don't understand emotion, who have no empathy, and who would rather I be perfect, and who would rather I shut up, I'm just asking you to open up your heart chakra a little bit. That was 10/23/15. Yeah. So while you guys got a beautiful version of me that was giving what you could, I was just as broken as anyone else. And this brokenness is not our fault. This brokenness is a product of the systems that we have had programmed into us. A result of the pain, the hatred, the bigotry, the unworthiness, undesirability that we push on women, especially women in the context of other women. All the comparisons, all of the dragging, all of the exposing, all of the abuse. Call it what it is. We abuse each other, we abuse ourselves, and we endure abuse from all kinds of facets of life that to you maybe won't be too big of a deal, but to others is the biggest deal of their life. There are people that are told things that cause them to think that they're so unworthy they don't even need to be here. I felt that a lot. I still see that sometimes. People going out of their way to try to make me feel like I'm worthless. It doesn't work anymore when I catch it. But when I don't catch it, that shit hurts. Because I'm a human. And I think we all spend so much time trying to tell other people how to be who they are, or what they should or shouldn't do to prove they are who they are. And we very rarely spend that same amount of time on ourselves, doing what we need to do to make sure that we're showing up as our best selves. We mind everybody else's business. That's what the fuck these social media platforms do. It's just give people this sort of entitlement to have a comment about everything. So just know, I'm an artist. So I'm gonna always share my art with you. Because I believe, actually, I have another little piece from in here to speak to that. Why don't you smile more? We think that everyone wanting to know about us makes us important. I don't want to be important. I want you to know you're important. They wonder why I'm crazy. But darling, why tell me how if you've never met me? You don't know me. I don't owe you. You don't own me. That's all I feel called to share from the journal. Oh, actually, I'll show you one more thing. It's art, though. It's not words. It's like, make sure this is the right one. I'm not done yet, but I kind of like the sketch. And it says, como hablan mierda. I was sitting in a studio and everybody around me was just like talking so much shit, like just hyping themselves the fuck up. And so I was just like, everybody's so fake. So fake. But alas, to be a real one is to be an emotional one. And here I am, giving you my fucking emotions so you can maybe do something with them and maybe heal a little bit on your end. And confront some of the ugliness and hold space for your own heart and how much growth you have exhibited in these past few months. No one else might see it, but you know what you've been through. You know what you have survived. You know where you're going. You know how to thrive. You know it's inside of you. That's what I've been healing. That's where I'm at right now. It's like I'm done with these false narratives that I feed myself to keep myself small so other people can feel better about themselves. Tired of making myself small so that I don't step on toes. I'm tired of making myself small so that I stay in my place, do what I'm told. I am not a commodity. I am human. And that's not always gonna resonate with you. Sometimes I'm gonna do shit that you wouldn't do. Sometimes I'm not gonna do something you would have done. But that's my fucking business. And at this point, I'm just on a boundary level, genuinely letting you know that nothing less than respect. I'm not tolerating anything less than respect. If you get blocked for being disrespectful because you think you had a point, don't be upset. Don't be upset. Go figure out what you have to work on in yourself for you to be getting on the internet to tell someone else how to live their life. With such entitlement. As if you know anything about anything. You don't know me. I don't know you. You don't know any of the celebrities that you think you know, any of the artists you think you know. You might feel them in their music. You might get the pieces of them that they give you, but you need to understand that getting a piece of an artist, they're giving you that as a gift for you to feel yourself. If you don't feel yourself, if you don't feel something when you're listening to music, you're programming yourself for failure. Music is frequency. Art is frequency. What we see, what we feel, how we make sense of the world around us, how we reflect the world around us. Use it as a tool for healing. If you don't resonate with what's being said, don't listen to it. If you don't resonate with what I'm saying, unfollow me. Follow your intuition. Do what you think is right. Stop waiting for other people to tell you what is right. Stop allowing other people to define your character for you. No amount of dredged up threads is gonna take away the amount of growth that I have exhibited in my life, that I know, and that the people that know me know. The people that actually love me know. Keep your opinion if it wasn't asked for. Work on that opinion. Research, educate yourself, or stay quiet. You don't have to have an opinion about everything. Myself included. This is something that's a huge growth thing for me that I'm also confronting. Like, I used to think that energetically, if I called people out, like I'm sure like you guys have noticed the difference from in 2016 how I was tweeting about Trump versus now how I engage with this man. Like, I was so angry and wanted him to know I was so angry and wanted him to feel my anger and maybe read it and maybe care and maybe feel insulted enough that he did something about his bullshit. You know what I mean? And guess what? He's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? And I could be angry and I could waste all that energy, waste all my attention on that. Or I can do what I'm doing now, which is rewiring, re-educating, stepping back, seeing how I can be an organizer in my community, seeing how I can build a new world outside of the one that we are living in. Reality is a construct. You are capable of reconstructing your reality at any given point in time. The only thing you need to do is believe in your fucking self. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Trust that God gave you exactly the gift that you need to do what you need to do on this planet. You know what you need to do. Stop letting your boyfriend, your mom, your brother, your tío, your fucking partner, your white supremacist inside your brain. Because we all have a white supremacist inside of our fucking brains. Stop. Stop giving yourself that frequency. Stop affirming your weakness. Stop hiding behind the weakness. Because that's what I'm talking about here. Is that I was weak. And I thought that defined me for so long. I thought that that was my only truth. That I was weak. That it was diagnosed. That there's no coming back from that. That there's something wrong with me that I can never fix. I got told that by a lot of people. And guess what? We're all gonna keep being broken and rebroken and rebroken and remended 1,000,000 times. You will die 1,000,000 deaths on this planet if you are following your purpose. You will be a completely different person today than you were a week ago or yesterday even. It could be that quick. It could be so quick it was an hour ago that you had your revelation that changed where you were. Do not give up on yourself. Do not give up on your truth. Stop giving away your power to everyone around you and go inside with yourself, especially right now when we have this time. This time feels like a curse to most of us, rightfully so. But this time is a blessing in disguise for you to truly look at yourself. Get off of social media. Go outside into the real earth. Take your shoes off. Put your feet in the ground. Touch her. Draw from her energy source. Ask her for help. Ask her to take all of the bad shit that's clogging up your heart. Ask her to take it out. Give it up. Let it go. Let it go. Because honestly, that's where we're all headed here, man. This is a like I said, I posted this thing, like it was like the real revolution is the evolution of consciousness. The real revolution is the evolution of consciousness. Do you understand what that means? It means that we're not going to get anywhere as long as we keep thinking and acting like our low vibrational selves. Nowhere. Not in this lifetime. Not in this plane. We're all operating at 3D level. I saw this like map. I just touched my freaking moleskin like it was my phone. I literally was like, wait, I saw this the other day. No, I'm on my phone. My bad. But the point, it's like this map that was like 3D, 4D, and 5D. We're moving into 5D. We're moving into a realm where we don't have to necessarily comment about everything. We can feel things. They tell you got 5 senses. You got 6 senses, baby. They don't tell you about the 6th one so that you run around blind and asking for help from everyone but yourself. And granted, let me tell you, help is necessary. People to help decompress your energy, people to help make you feel safe. Community, real, trustworthy community is valid. But you know what that takes? That takes recognizing all the poison around you. That takes distancing yourself from people that you know are weighing you down, that are holding your energy back from being its best self because they're scared of your best self and are jealous and envious. And they convince you that you're the fucking problem. Now, granted, you might be the problem because everyone that you bring in is a reflection of what you need to heal, whether that's something you're accepting or something you're reflecting. Whether that's something you're accepting or something you're reflecting, hear me. If you're accepting something, even though you deserve better, or if you're reflecting something in someone that you don't even realize is your problem. But what if I am the problem? Someone just said that. Then you can fix it. If you're the problem, then you can fix it. You feel me? If you're the problem, the only thing you have control of in this life is your energy, your interactions, what you pay attention to and what you spend time on. Those are the real currencies right there. We all talk about this bullshit ass money. We all want money. We all want to be rich. We all want to be famous. We all want to be all of the things, right? That thing that I wrote you was a letter of me to another famous person that killed herself because of how much pain she was drowning in, regardless of what everyone else got to see. And the ass pics and the whatever the fucks. I'll give you ass pics. I will. But I'm going to give you my real shit. Because I'm a real human. We're all real humans. Sorry, I got a phone call. Anyway, let's see. I'm trying to see if I feel anything else, but I don't think I feel anything else. I think that's... Oye, mija. Woof. Just listen to yourself. And don't let other people make you feel like you gotta do what the fuck they say. That's the message, all right? And heal. Heal. We all gotta heal. Please work on yourself. I'm doing that every day. I'm getting better all the time. Y'all remember when Dixie's slogan? Little jingle? It's getting better all the time. See, when Dixie admitted they were not as great as they should be. Imagine how brilliant that is. Like, accepting your imperfection as a company as your slogan. Come on, man. That's the shit. Okay? All of these people trying to sell you, look, if you buy this, you'll be happy. If you buy this, you'll get what you want. You ain't gonna get shit until you think you deserve it. So start manifesting, honeys, and start clearing that bullshit baggage. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. I went in there. Okay. All right. I love you. God bless you. May your ancestors guide you. May your heart guide you. And may we all find some more compassion and be a community of compassion in this world, man. Like, if you want to call yourself a fan of mine and you want to be an extension of me, I really, really, really challenge you to do the work of going deeper with yourself. Stop using me as your scapegoat. Stop using me as your idol. Stop using me as your anything but a reflection. If you feel me, it's because I'm a reflection of you. Okay? So be you. Do you. Figure out what you need, what you love, what you feel, what you think. Okay? Do your own research and love yourself, kid. Gotta go. I'm gonna save this though, so you can come back to it whenever you feel lost, whenever you forget, whenever. Send this to someone if you feel like they need this message. I encourage you to share this message with people. You're so worthy. I'm so worthy. We are all so worthy and deserving of love and compassion and grace. That's what God would give us. That's what God gives us every single day. Why the hell should we do anything but what God does? What are we trying to prove? To who? That you're more woke than everybody else because you didn't say something the wrong way? Like, how many times have you said something the wrong way behind closed doors but nobody caught it on camera? And nobody gives a fuck to put you on blast about it because who are you? Who are you, quote unquote, in Twitter world? You know what I mean? Like, fuck all of that. Find yourself in real world, everyone. And actually, make your own real world. Stop trying to think you have to buy into all this bullshit. Become your own business. Build your own empire. Fuck working for Uncle Sam. What? Find that power, bitch. I love you.